Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates. I had attempted to do this video a little bit ago and the volume was not working, so I'm hoping it works for this one. I wanted to do a VR and show you what I've created. For the challenge, it's the 2 pieces of paper challenge. Every month a crafter's name is pulled to decide on a project for us to create, and this month the crafters challenge was won by Mary Barratt, and she said that we should choose 2 pieces of paper and create something with it. I think she also said it could be fabric. I chose paper, and you can see it's got a wood grain look to it, because many of you know I'm very much into fairies and the woodland forest, and so I was at first very excited. I thought, oh, we can just 2 pieces of paper, we can do anything. And then after thinking about it, I'm like, that's right, we could do anything. The sky's the limit on ideas, and so I was having trouble coming up with something that I thought might be unique. So anyway, I moved on with the paper, and well, let me first show you. I went to one of my old standby ideas and I got pretty bored with it. It's a fairy door, and though I love all things fairy, and I do like this fairy door, after I created it I thought it just didn't really inspire me. I guess it's that been there done that feeling. And so I love the fairy door, but I wanted to do something a little more original. And some of you may not know that I'm actually a potter. I'm an art teacher, but my main medium is clay, and I teach at a studio, but it's been closed for about the last 2 months because of the stay-at-home orders. And one of the things I love to do with clay is weave with it. So this is one of my woven forms that I make out of clay. It's stoneware, and I don't know any real fancy weaves, but I do love to roll coils, and I love the texture of woven things, and I really miss working with clay, so I thought I'm gonna try and manipulate the paper and do something woven. And so, like I said, I don't know any real fancy weaves, and I'm not a weaver per se, but I remember the simple little weaving techniques that you learn in elementary school, where you just take, you know, strips and you cut them. So I had cut them all going one direction. I think they call it the warp and the weft, but I'll just show you how. I'm using a darker piece of paper here so that you can see. I just cut them all going one direction, and then took strips to go the other direction in the simple under over method, and I came up with these fun little woven squares, as you can see, like this. And then after I came up with these, you can see this was reversible. One side had newsprint paper and the other was wood grain, and so it helped give it a bit of a contrast. But then I had these and I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do with them? So with my basket theme in mind, I took Mod Podge. I put the glue on the top and the bottom, and so that it would be really flexible. Let me grab my glue bottle, and when it was flexible, almost like cloth, I just draped it over the form, which this is my glue bottle, and I rubber banded it until it dried on here. And then when I took it off, I had a basket form that I could just trim down and cut, and it turned into these adorable little baskets. After I trimmed it down, I just put the little band around on the inside and the outside, and then I doubled it on the handle, and you may not be able to see, but I put little cross pieces underneath just so it would have a true basket look to the handle as well. And I don't know, I just was really happy. They're very sturdy, and they feel like real reed. And then I thought they'd be great if you put them on the table, like say Thanksgiving, and put little favors in them, Jordan almonds or some kind of treat on the table next to each place setting. Or you could store them on your craft table and keep embellishments in there. Those are those little acrylic or resin flowers. So these are the two things that I came up with for the 2 pieces of paper crafters challenge. And then after that I was just weaving these because I just really found it relaxing to sit and weave these. And then I thought, well, what else can I do with them? So I created some tags for journals, and I created these 2 tags. Let's see if I can get them in frame for you. There we go. This is more of the Enchanted Forest theme or idea. Let's see. I wanted to show you that it's a pocket. So I have a doily here. So this is the little pocket. I actually make these woven wall pockets out of clay. So I already had the general idea in my head again, but I decided to make it out of paper. And I did cover it with Mod Podge, so it's quite flexible and a bit more durable. And it's just scrapbook paper that I wove, and it was a reversible piece of scrapbook paper, so kind of interesting looking on the back. At the front I just embellished with the twine and the green vine leaves and lots of pretty kind of whimsical green flowers and daisies and leaves. And I thought this would embellish the page of a woodland journal or fairy journal. Quite pretty. And then this one was with that kind of beachy wood grain. So I embellished it with some silvery gray flowers and a little bit of sparkle. And then this is a pocket. So I don't know if the weaving really shows up on this one as well. I guess it does. It's just white paper on the back. But again, it's nice and flexible. It almost takes on the feel of fabric because of the Mod Podge. So I created using weaving as my main, I don't know, design. And then I ended up with these wonderful 3-dimensional kind of pieces from paper. I just love what you can do with paper, and it's interesting how much you can manipulate it if you use Mod Podge. It's like the almost a paper mache. I guess it is kind of a paper mache effect. So I'm just amazed at how sturdy these little baskets are. The ones I make out of clay are very similar to this, and quite small. I mean, I do big ones as well, but I've done tiny ones with a small clay handheld extruder. But to be honest, I think these are just as effective as the tiny clay ones. I may have a day of just creating a bunch of these, and when Thanksgiving rolls around, maybe I'd have enough to put at each person's place setting. I think that would be a really pretty little thing to put like acorns or something sweet inside. Anyway, I'm done. I'm just jabbering on, and I've shown you what I've created. I'll tell you, I'll leave a link to the challenge. It's for anybody who loves to craft, And like I said, the only requirement is to create something out of 2 pieces of paper. So the sky is the limit as to what you can create. You don't have to mail the project to Mary. You just need to make a video and link it in the comment section so that Mary can look at it. And then at the end of the month, she'll do a drawing. And whoever name she pulls will then be the one to choose what the project will be for the month of July. And everyone really enjoys being participating and seeing what everyone else creates. Everyone's so creative and they come up with some really fun ideas. And Mary, bless her heart, is doing prizes. It's not required, but she's decided to give prizes for this one, and she's going to give fat quarters, fabrics that are fat quarters, really pretty ones, and a paper pad. So I'll leave the link and you can see the challenge and the prizes that she's offering. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you'll be inspired to join in on the fun and create something out of paper. And I'll be checking to see what everybody's creating. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.